I can literally put it up here. All right, it is recording, everyone.
All right, hold on, my mic isn't working.
What? No, it's working.
No, dog.
Is it?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Is it actually? Okay, is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually working?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it is.
Oh, here, maybe your headphones are just too low.
Oh, yeah. Wait. No. I can hear you fine. Maybe my voice just sing. Oh, there we go. I can hear it now.
My brain
All right,
was-
we're good. We're good. All right, what up, you beautiful souls? How are you guys?
Dude, doing great, man. How are you?
For the people that don't know, we have two very special guests with us today. We have Cobey and we have Chase. And these two fine individuals are people that I just went on tour with. So Clayton and I went on this tour. There was a Soflow Undialed tour. And these were the Soflow boys.
Yes, sir.
I know Chase really well. He lives in Arizona with me and Clayton. But Cobey, you were from Oregon, where we did the tour.
Yes, sir.
So welcome to Arizona, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Hell yeah.
Literally just pulled it.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah,
just
literally-
hopped off the plane.
Literally
went and
just
got,
get off the flight.
some medical supplies. Got 7 stitches in my arm right now, but
So are you ready for this heat?
yeah, man.
Well, actually, it's been so hot in Oregon
I
right
just
now.
came from the heat, and this is a better heat. It's way cooler here.
What's the heat like in Oregon right now? Tell me
Well,
about that
Right
heat.
now, it's actually chill. Like when I left, it felt good. I was wearing a hoodie. I got off the plane in the hoodie.
In the summertime?
Yeah, bro.
Why were you wearing a hoodie?
Because it was like 75, like pretty chill. I was wearing a hoodie on. If I can,
Did you bring the hoodie?
Yeah. Yeah,
Just in case.
Just in case.
I
Just
wore
in
it
case.
until I got out of the airport, and then when I stepped out of the airport, I was like, "Yeah, nah."
No.
But it's like a brand new hoodie, and but I was wearing a white tee, and when I took the hoodie off, it was like all black fuzz all over the shirt, and so I had to put on a different shirt, like right there. So I just popped my shirt off.
Mans was looking dapper and stoked when I picked him up.
Yeah, man, just chilling.
Looking real nice.
Real nice.
Dude, we had a great trip in Oregon.
Oh,
I feel
man,
like
it was
this
so
trip in
fun.
Oregon was so much fun.
It was awesome.
What was a key moment of the trip that stood out to you, Cobey?
Damn, key moment of the trip. I mean, there's one we can't talk about. That was crazy. But other than dude, key moment of the trip for me was like being on the lake in the kayaks.
Yup.
Like, just chill. That's when it like clicked. I was like, damn, these are like
This is gonna be raw.
yeah, these are like all the boys, and this is gonna be a ton of fun. Like this is gonna be crazy.
That was like a surreal experience, being on the water like in the morning like that.
Bro,
just
and
like
then
seeing,
that water is literally crystal clear.
you could see the stumps on the
everything.
bottom.
So
Yeah.
clear. It's a peace of mind. It was nice.
It was pretty dope.
Dude, that place is a vibe. Oregon's just a vibe. I feel like the Pacific Northwest is like the lungs of America. There's so many trees there. There's so many like there's just I feel like everything there is just so alive compared to other places in the country.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Yeah, we just we had some crazy fires. Like what was it, last summer? I know.
Yeah, last summer.
California did as well. A bunch of other places had some pretty crazy fires, but that was like kind of like a reality check because we've had some pretty gnarly fires, but never to where it was like everywhere in the state was basically like red and dark at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Like it wasn't chill.
yeah.
Like couldn't go outside without like a couple masks on because you're like breathing ash
It
and
was
stuff. like-
intense. I was looking at Instagram and I was like, wow, like this is kind of surreal and overwhelming on like how nasty it is out there, and like definitely had to do a follow-up. with a
Like I had
couple
like
people
you
in the
could
bio.
not go out if you went outside and like breathe that in, like you were just breathing in like pure ash, like bad ash, because it was just like
It's deep and
it's
sooty.
crazy. You couldn't have your windows open. Like we were rocking big like like air conditioner filters on the front of our fans in our house
Damn.
because
Ju-
the air in our house was so smoky that we had to try to like purify the air like every way we can, and like we just couldn't like go get a bunch of air purifiers and stuff. So we just went and bought a bunch of filters, taped them to the like the box fans, you know.
yeah.
And we just had a bunch of box fans running. But yeah, that was crazy, man. Them fires were nothing to play with.
Forest fires are so scary. Like they're so vicious. I feel like and unpredictable compared
These
to
things are-
other
Chase, you look good in those, so you just keep rocking them.
like compared to other natural disasters. I feel like it's kind of one of the only natural disasters you can't predict in any way. I guess you can't predict like earthquakes, but But like at least a hurricane is like, all right, well the storm is approaching. A tornado, it's like, oh, the clouds are forming.
With a fire, bro.
But to the fire, it's just
it'll move
lightning
miles. It'll move miles off of just like one ember. One ember carries into a wheat field or like some sort of just grassy, dry field, and then that just engulfs and then lights all the trees on fire, and then another ember. Like it's crazy. But they were able to contain it, and it was actually burning like 20 miles away from my house, like real close. Like we had to evacuate and stuff. Like it was crazy.
That's insane. You want to hear something crazy? So when Clayton and I were on our first European trip, we were in Portugal, and there were some crazy fires that were going down in California at that time when we were in Europe. And we saw some news report while we're in the middle of Porto, Portugal. We see this news report that Escondido had burned down, or at least like it was one of the predicted cities, and that was like where our house was. So there was this like weird moment where we're like, is our house still there? And like obviously it was. Like you would have seen something about it more if it burned, but that was like a really just like I don't know. There's nothing I could do about it. It's just like, well, how's nature feeling today?
Yeah. Like, and there's, whether you're in the country or not, there's nothing you can do. Period. But that's what sucks, is that it's just like complete relinquish of control to Mother Nature.
Oh, for sure.
It's like, all right, what's gonna happen?
What I think is really interesting is I feel like, in a way, it's like we look at forest fires and we're like, damn, like those are bad. They're vicious. They destroy our environment. But in a way, I feel like they're so like it's part of the cycle. It's like I hear about like in order for ecosystems to be like sustainable over like long periods of times, there needs to be fires.
That stuff has to happen.
There needs to be fires in order for like a new ecosystem to form, and like it's so interesting because I feel like humans live in such a there's so much self-priority that like we couldn't bear burning all of our places now, so that way our kids could have a really beautiful environment.
Exactly. Like imagine,
it's like we just want it all for ourselves now.
If we were like voting on that, like if we were like, all right, let's vote on burning 85% of like the continental United States,
so that way we can regrow.
So like 2 generations from now, it's gonna be nice.
And dude, it's just gonna be beautiful.
You're not gonna see it. All you're gonna see is ash. But our kids.
And then imagine like the remaining steel structures of like downtown New York City, and it's just beautiful. Like everything's just like.
We're talking post-op, like apocalypse.
No, it's not apocalypse, bro. We're voting on if we're gonna renew the United States or not.
That's a legit vote?
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
That's not a legit vote.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, let's talk scootering a little bit.
So I actually wanted to ask you guys something. So you Cobey, you work at Soflow Scooters as your job, and Chase, you also kind of work at Soflow Scooters. I would say from a more remote position, but ultimately you two are part of the team.
Yeah,
you guys are.
I'd say that you are technically an employee. I would say
some way or another. Yeah, I take phone calls and do stuff.
Yeah.
So can you guys, because I'm gonna be honest with you, before I went on this tour, I didn't really know what Soflow was. I obviously my friends rode for it, and like I know it's a shop, but like
you didn't know what was.
Tell me what Soflow is. I feel like a lot of people are curious.
So Soflow right now, we are a shop,
and
we're located in Eugene, Oregon, but we're trying to expand to more of like a brand, like just in general. We got a bunch of stuff in the works.
Like a manufacturer.
Not
sort of. We manufacture our parts. So kind of like what a brand does, where like say Tilt, they do the manufacturing and all that, and then have it sourced through them. We're trying to do something similar with our own product.
Got you.
And then still have a side where people can come and get their parts.
Exactly. And still remain as a shop, but also a brand, like type deal.
How did Soflow come together? Like what was the things that aligned in order to make it work in the initial beginning?
I can't speak much to that because I am relatively new. I've been riding for Soflow for about 3 years.
Okay.
Soflow's been around since I believe 2016.
Charlie's getting on 5 or 6 years. He's one of the oldest. Actually, he is the oldest. Longest rider for the Soflow.
Yeah, I think
little
Soflow
Charlie
popped up
Frank.
2015.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have pictures from 2015 when the logos and all that stuff started.
Yeah.
That was
So
2015.
yeah, so Soflo came out at first as like a clothing line, because the owner had a buddy that was like some like OG breakdancer, and so she like wanted to express like her creative like like her artistic side and wanted to like channel that somewhere. So she started a clothing line and it was called Soulflow because that's like what like breakdancing like a lot of it is like the like movement of your body and
It's the flow
like,
in
it's
the flow in your soul.
you know what I mean? You know exactly, yeah. But s- she I don't actually remember how what the story is behind it, but she came to know I think it was Charlie somehow doing like some clothing booth down in Arizona or something. I don't exactly
Mark was
remember the
heavily
story.
involved in the beginning.
But yeah, Mark and Kim ended up hitting it off. Charlie scootered, Kim figured out about scootering, and then it was like
So Charlie's kind of the reason Soflow exists.
He's one of the beginning main reasons, yeah.
Like I yeah.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure it's
He'd
his
be a
base.
good one to ask about it though. 'Cause
Charlie knows, yeah.
Hey,
for
just
sure.
a quick shout out. Happy birthday, Charlie Frank.
Happy birthday,
That's our
Charlie.
boy.
Hey,
We're
love
actually
you,
going to go
buddy.
see him after this, which is pretty funny, but continue.
Yeah, we'll pull up. We'll be there in however long. But we'll see him soon. But yeah, so Kim like got into scootering and like just moved Soflo away from, I think she did a run of shirts as like the breakdance stuff. And then after that it was all scootering. And she is like totally down for scootering. She's not in it for the money. She only does it because she loves it. Like she just loves it. Like she told me when she gets stressed out, like she'll watch Cooper's clips she'll go on Instagram and like go through Cooper's Instagram or like go watch his
Who? Cooper Clark?
Cooper Clark, yeah.
That's sick.
And
OG.
And it like de-stresses her because he's so smooth and flowy that it's like ASMR or like it's
That's
like
I wonder
it
if
has
Cooper
like
knows
such
that.
a soothing effect on her that like she just can like go watch Cooper specifically ride a bull and like she just like it's like he's so good at scootering, riding a bull. He's so smooth that it's like second to none really in a bull. In terms of flow and style.
Nobody does it like Coop.
Exactly.
I see
Maybe
any
Logan.
footage and the bull riding's like everyone's got
Logan's
their own
really
style.
buck though. Like
I feel like Logan's a little bit more rough.
Logan is, yeah, and stylistically, since his clothes are so baggy a lot of the times, he's like, like always
More, yeah, he sways.
It's different.
It looks good.
Cooper rides like a skate, like a skate 1, 2, 3. That's how he rides in real life. It's like, it's just perfect all the time. He's just like, and if it's not, he's like, all right, let me run it back. Like, let me do it again. Even if you're not filming, he just wants to do it as good as he can do it, and that's like I feel like that's his mantra. He just wants to scooter as good as anybody could scooter in a bowl. I feel like.
Yeah,
and that's how he does it, dude. But he's good everywhere, actually.
Dude,
but, yeah, she just loves scootering, and but yeah, she just kept doing scooter stuff, and then it popped up, became a shop.
I met Soflo first back in like SD, and 10 or 11 is when I met like the first bit of the team. It was kind of a mix of like Oregon boys that I didn't know, and then dudes out here that I definitely was like riding with, like Charlie in London. And met them all at SD. And I think.
Yeah,
13?
after that.
Yeah. 10.
After that, some Roseburg homies, Matt and Justin Grinstead, Matt Goodwin, Justin Grinstead, and then Seth. All three of them got on. I think they were next after Charlie.
Yeah.
And then they really started, then it really popped off.
SD.
And then they put him onto some dudes, or Charlie and Seth, I believe, like put them onto like Wyatt and like London Fickland and like
Tristan.
these other like local
Arizona guys.
Yeah, local Arizona homies that like Charlie and
so because
Seth
Charlie is such a big influence to why Soflo is, that's the reason why there's so many Arizona people now.
Exactly.
Got you. Because I feel like Soflo
have a presence in Arizona.
I feel like Soflo is like Oregon and Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So like,
but Arizona was kind of like having their own growth, like as Oregon was way back then too.
Yeah.
I mean.
And since we don't have a physical shop here, it's like kind of difficult to like have like a real presence here in Arizona. But who knows?
So what's the future? Some of the future goals of Soflo? What's something that you guys like want to achieve with the brand, and then more specifically, just like with yourselves involved in the brand?
Oh, I got this one. I think about this all the time.
What you got,
more
Chase?
tours. That was sick. What we did was
more
sick.
tours.
More tours.
Yeah.
More tours, but how's that happening?
There's a whole business side of it that I don't like thinking about. But basically. You buy at Soflow, money goes, and then we tour.
Yeah.
Just break it down simply.
All the money that is made at the shop goes back into the shop. Like, it's all.
No, absolutely.
You
But
know
like,
I mean?
what?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
What's like your goals to get more money though
Well,
into the
so
shop so that where the tours can
we,
happen?
We had our run of T-bars,
Yeah.
and they were great, like super great T-bars. We had them manufactured here in like in the United States. Was super great.
Are we allowed to say who manufactures them?
I don't know. Kind of like I don't.
They're
I was
not
never,
done by us. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
Like when
no.
we outsource, we're outsourcing to scooter companies.
Yeah.
So like the bars were done through Affinity. Ooh. And then they came to us and we did the stamping and sold them as Soflo bars. And that was all done through the backbone of that.
But they just don't really have the time. I feel like to like be manufacturer on top of like making their own shit. You know, because they have to make their own bars, and if they're making their own bars and now they're like really starting to like step up, I think, and like make a lot more bars. So they just didn't have really time to make our bars anymore. And so we're trying to figure out how to do another run of T-bars that are that quality. At the, whatever. Trying to just find something that works, something that we like. And then we have a whole line of parts coming out.
Okay. So would you say the goal of Soflow is to be the top manufacturer and make the top end parts compared to everyone else, or is it more the goal of to go on tours and to just like film and
quality
Both.
is
No, for me it's both. I want to see
first.
parts.
Yes, quality to me is like first. We're not looking to like revolutionize the deck game. We're not looking to like come in and step on people's toes, but we definitely have we have like a clear direction that we want to go. We're not looking to like make like completes and stuff. You know what I mean?
why not?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe
There's a time and place. You start small, you take a little slice of the pie, see that's pretty good pie, and move forward.
But
I feel like
we're coming out with a run of parts, and they're a long time in the making because we're trying to make them as quality as they can be. But yeah, but tours, man, just more tours, getting out, getting our boys to worlds, you know.
Yeah.
Straight getting me in the streets, filming in cool places, filming parts. Like, I just want to go cool places and film, and see my boys eat.
That's the best thing about the team is we have guys doing literally all the disciplines that you want.
Street
like
dudes,
a dude
park
wants
dudes,
to go
hybrid guys,
compete at Worlds and park it up, go with it, and we'll fund and back them as much as we possibly can. Addison has been killing it, and we've been showing him the love that he needs and deserves.
Our primary focus is getting our boys like as much exposure as they deserve, because a lot of our riders, like, I don't want to like call myself like underrated, but like I'm definitely gonna say that like basically everybody that rides for Soflo is stupid underrated. Like raw dudes like Seth, Addison, like Grant, you know,
Grant just
Chase,
got put on.
Bodie, Charlie, like all these fools are nasty. You know what I mean? It's not done yet. It's coming soon.
It's coming.
So how are we viewing? How are we gonna expand the viewership of the Soflo team? Because I feel like
in order videos to come out, man, we're just gonna keep on putting out videos and just keep on doing our thing.
So here's an interesting question. Okay, so basically, I was talking about this with Daniel, and I feel like one thing that Scootering potentially struggles with is we don't really have a one particular source that you can just view all of Scootering on. Scootering is kind of spread out amongst several sources, and like for example, like Undialed is a source per se, Trendkill is a source, Olay is a source. There's all of these sources.
Dissonance was a fire source.
Dissonance is also a source, but I feel like again, skateboarding, for example, it's kind of just like just Thrasher, you know, and
for the most part, yeah.
And it's interesting.
They've got other ones though. They've definitely got other ones.
There's other
have
ones
to get promoted to do that.
There's other ones, but I feel like the most superior and the most viewed
is Thrasher.
Is Thrasher.
Sure. Like I feel like watching a gnarly skate video.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I feel like, I mean, unless, I mean, we do.
But they've
rent
got
scooters,
crews and stuff that definitely put out separate skate videos not on Thrasher.
yeah.
That definitely get views.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
So when you guys come out with these parts, are you guys going to be dropping these videos on the Soflow YouTube channel, or do you guys plan to put
That's
them
how it's
other
been
places?
done.
That is how it's been done. I think there's kind of all of us that want to film are doing the filming and like going their separate directions. So like we still do a lot of Arizona work here, and even though they're not directly Soflow videos, they're Soflow riders, and that in its own way promotes. So we've all been kind of active on staying on like our own videos, but if we have something like a welcome to or a Soflow related video that's like direct promotion for their product, that goes to Soflow's channel.
Gotcha. Okay.
We've been dropping welcome tos pretty regular. I think it was like 3 or 4 videos came out on that channel last
Like
year.
back to back.
Yeah, within a couple, like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, Seth
Regularly
used to
promotes.
live up in Eugene with me, but he moved back down to Roseburg, and we stopped like going out and filming as much. And we were like pumping out videos for. It was last year. We were pumping out a bunch of videos. Like,
Yeah,
we were
when
doing games of
Charlie and I
Scoot.
came
I did
down-
a Super 60. Like Hunter did a Super 60. Hunter also forgot to mention Hunter. Hunter is stupid underrated. Hunter is dumb raw.
Hunter Frost.
No.
Uh,
Our
who-
homie Hunter Ignatius. Yeah,
Who is he?
He was the
Iggy.
homie that did the Front Feeble 5 at WJ.
riding the
was in the-
Sorensen deck.
Soflo dude. He wasn't on the tour with us, but he pulled up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know who you're talking about
Hunter.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. He was probably wearing a Raiders hat and some
Yeah.
like, baggy camo pants or something, you know.
The biggest
but
shorts
yeah,
you've ever seen.
Fool is sick. I just want to shout him out. That's my boy.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's my guy. But yeah, man, I forgot what we were talking about.
Just
Videos.
expanding Soflow.
Oh yeah. Because did your welcome to come out on Soflo and Trendkill?
No.
Was it just Trendkill?
No, we ended up doing my welcome to was Soflow, and then Charlie and I filmed a video, but that ended up being Soflow as well, which was sweet. And that was from last year's.
I swear I thought
visiting.
your video was on Trendkill.
No. Damn. There was talk of it, but we decided to do Soflow promotion because I hadn't been welcomed to the team yet. I feel like that's the proper way to do it too.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a team and you're organizing something, it should be
Welcome
promoted
to it should
under
be
them.
on that shop's channel, yeah.
Unless
Like
it's
my welcome
been
to
known for a
definitely gonna
while.
be most likely. Like I wouldn't see a situation that it isn't put on Soflo's channel.
Well,
know what I
we're
mean?
open to change.
Yeah.
Josh and I got a video that's coming out, and it's not going on the Soflow channel.
Where's
Well,
that
yeah, but
going?
that's like a you guys passion project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not saying all our topics are going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like a big thing in scootering. Just that I feel like we need to get figured out as a community. Is figuring out just
having a primary source.
having a primary source
Yeah.
where it's just kind of like everything gets put up into this one spot.
Well, I suppose it's a rat race for
Yeah.
who gets that spot.
It is kind of
Because-
a rat race.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really imagine a bunch of like 11-year-old park kids know what Trendkill even is.
I don't think so.
You know what I mean? I don't think that they know that is.
Do you
a
think
source
they'd
of
enjoy the
scootering.
trend kill though?
well, here's
That's what I play on the TV in Soflo
True.
constantly. That is the only thing every day I go in there and I start the videos until it gets to, I think it's like I go play all from the top until it gets to the like Jake Hershey's like what was it, like Brillo couch or whatever, till it gets to that video, and then I go back to the top and run it back, and that's like what I do every day, and it's like 6 hours of scootering.
that's
You
it.
need
But
to expand that.
kids
a little
always
bit. There's
come in
so
the-
much more. Now.
I know there's so much more down there, but
so much more.
then new videos come out, and I don't know. But that's basically what I've been doing.
That's funny. I feel like in scootering, like because when scootering had I would say its initial like little blow up for a second, and like Tanner Fox emerged when
Mhm.
the Funk Bros emerged.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure to being put onto scooter riders and companies to make their own YouTube channel in hopes of becoming rich off of YouTube, like select people. And because
like said people, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I feel like there's this interesting like mindset within scootering almost that's like every brand like has to have their own YouTube channel because like they want to fulfill some sort of like payment system that they think YouTube is going to give them, but it's really not that simple.
You have to like have like there's like certain like X criteria.
Like it's just so easy to be like, yeah, I get paid from YouTube. And it's just like to go into the specifics of how you get paid and the exact
like the grind to get there.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's just funny. Like I feel like the next time that they'll be like, for example, like when Thrasher was just a magazine company and that was its primary source of putting out media, and they would have like DVDs along with the magazine and that sort of thing, like that. When they transferred over to like YouTube, that was already the initial primary source. So when they went to YouTube, it was kind of just the natural step. I feel like
I'm pretty sure they still do Thrasher magazine.
They do, but it's not the primary source of viewership. For sure, more people look at YouTube than their magazines.
100% now.
Yeah. And I feel like in Scootering, there's going to be some sort of new shift in the way people consume content in a way that people communicate with each other. And I feel like it's the same shift of like newspapers to actually watching the news. It's going to be a new way that you use your body to consume information. And I feel like when that happens and you can consume Scootering differently, I feel like that when that shifts, that's going to be like the moment that like is really the opportunity for a scooter company to emerge and like and become like the viewing spot of it all.
Are you talking about POV scootering? Just I am the scooter rider now.
Imagine
scooter riding,
dude. You know what I just really, really want to come.
You're gonna
out?
get a camera installed in your eyeball,
and your toes and your fingers. You gotta feel that.
What, dude?
It's POV. You gotta be the scooter guy.
Is it about to be what's that?
You're
Ready Player One?
Skate 3 on a scooter.
You know, strap up in a suit.
Hey, so tell me this. So, do you guys think if there was ever a video game, like a scooter video game came out that was similar to Skate?
Yeah.
I think that it would have the potential of becoming more popular than Skate.
Dude, it'd be so much more fun.
It would be insane.
Like if there was if the full release of Pipe was out right now, like I feel like that would do better than, I don't know, because that game's kind of hard. But
I was gonna say Pipe's difficult. It's gotta have the just easy pickup ability of Skate.
Yeah.
And it's gotta look cool. Like you gotta find a way to make your scooter rider doing all the stuff that the skaters kind of flick and move in the game.
Yeah,
details.
Scootering is so complex, though. I feel like compared to a skateboard, where like because Skate was really cool because each joystick was kind of your foot, and you kind of dictated the way tricks were done by like the way you moved. Like it was, I don't know, it wasn't exact or anything, but I feel like it was a close comparison. And
they figured that out with Skater XL, how to make it more of a simulator.
And
the same could be done with Scootering for sure. How if you wanted to do bar tricks, it would be like a LB with a combination of spins and flicks with the joysticks or whatever. Same way,
Pipe's pretty good about it because
Pipe
Scooter would be really similar to riding a bike.
To a bike, yeah.
So the Pipe controls make sense. Your hands, your feet, your movement.
I feel like it'd be sick too if it had like some like you could actually get off your scooter and like go do like missions, or if it was just an extension to like GTA. That'd be a
GTA small feature. We're there, boys. We got the GTA feature.
Like imagine if you could just cruise around GTA with the scooter.
GTA 6, it could have it.
Well, so the only company that game developers that I've ever seen do anything with Scootering. Well, besides they had that like Crayola scooter game. They had that one.
Hold on.
You better go bust it out. Yo, go get the Crayola scooter game, bro.
But also there was Ryan Myers played in an NBA game.
Yeah,
that's the one I was going to talk 2K. About was NBA 2K. Yeah, so NBA 2K, they have like full blown tricks, bro. They got oh dude, he's got it, bro. Pull up.
What is that?
Dude, it's on the Xbox One.
What is
literally
that?
A scooter game for the Xbox One.
Crayola scooter.
Is it fire?
No.
No.
So what?
I don't know. I was curious. I had to know.
Okay, Loki.
How are we on swearing? Are we not swearing?
You can
Say
swear.
where the fuck you want, dog.
I was gonna say I feel like we're deep enough in the podcast now that kids won't probably be watching still. But this game's fucking lame. But
do you really think any kids are gonna get offended by you calling this lame?
Well, no, I don't think they're gonna get offended. But
do you understand how bad this game sucks?
I have little brothers, bro. I'm not,
dude, like
young.
This game has the potential.
Like that game, though?
Oh, dude, Grayson would go crazy on that.
Dude, this game sucks because at any given moment you have some paint shooting out the back of your scooter, so you can't even see what the dude is doing.
Well, because they're just scootering, and it's Splatoon but scooters,
and like they can do tricks, but they don't even look tight. And like, dude.
Yeah, but the one I was talking about, Will, was NBA 2K. NBA 2K20.
They have a scooter in it.
They have it, and there's real motherfucking tricks. Like in their individual emotes that you have to unlock after you unlock the scooter. And then, because I played the shit out of 2K20, bro, so I was grinding for the scooter. But then 2K21 came out.
Does the 2K21 have a scooter?
No, I don't think so.
There's only 2K20.
Well, I got on 2K21 and then I played it for like a day, and I was like, this game sucks ass.
But is 2K20, was it the scooter part? Was it just like an additional thing, or like?
Well, so you can so there's like the neighborhood in 2K, right? And it's like this like big like open area, and there's like 8, 9 different I think there's there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. That's like 2v2s, and then there's all the 3v3 courts all around the outside. But then there's like a bunch of stores and stuff.
Oh, so you can literally run around the map.
Yeah, you walk around. It's like an open world, and then you like go to like the spot on the court, and you like stand there and wait. If you're alone, if you have your team, you can like all line up in the spot, and then you like go in and play the team, and you stay there if you win, and it's pretty dope. Like if you have a full team of 3 homies, it's pretty fun to get on there.
Is that how they all are? Like all the other 2K games?
I think that started in like 2K14 is when they introduced the neighborhood, or like 2K15. I don't remember.
So when do you use the scooter in the game?
So
like,
when
do
you're walking around
like
in the neighborhood and stuff,
do you like do a slam dunk and then like the scooter
so
comes out of nowhere?
You can't use it in the like while you're playing basketball, but when you're walking around like trying to get like over to like the haircut place, or trying to get like new tattoos, or trying to get over to, because there's a place you can like.
Is it like a free world, like hypothetically?
It's not a free world. It's just one big square where you can like mob around, and there's a bunch of other people online in that square, and you can have a skateboard. You can have You can have a skateboard. You can have a hoverboard. You can have like all these things, but you have to like be a certain rank to unlock them. Type beat.
Is a scooter a high rank thing?
Yeah, I don't think it's a higher rank than a skateboard though. I think the skateboard's a higher rank.
What?
No, actually, I think you unlock them at the same time at like Elite 1 or something like that. You unlock them at the same time.
Do you know who the actor was?
Clayton knows.
It was Ryan Myers.
Oh yeah, Ryan Myers. Yeah,
it was Ryan Myers.
007.
Which is so funny.
So sick
that he was the one that got to like.
Dude, because all of the tricks look like it's a 7'2" Kevin Durant or whatever, doing a double heel. It's like.
And he's like so steezy with it.
It's so cool, bro. Because I have a couple homies from Georgia that would get on that, and they'd be like, "Bro, what the fuck? You ride scooters?" And you're like, "We're out here on scooters, bro, like mobbing around," and they would be doing tricks and stuff. Funny as fuck.
Dude, imagine if there was an NBA player in IRL who just like was about scootering like that, would pull up, who got put on to scootering because of Ryan Myers. So sick.
Right? Shaq scooter exists somewhere.
There was a
commercial.
The Vault made Shaq a scooter. And
with
then
some like crazy 32
a bunch of companies had to come together to make that for him. Because TSI had a super fat deck,
like the 25 or
I thought it was 30. I thought it was like 30 by 5 wide. It was the skinniest, longest thing you ever seen, because they just used their 5 wide extrusion.
Yeah,
made him a 30-inch deck.
I wonder where that scooter is these days.
Dude,
and then Affinity came together.
I bet you.
And they did like 45 wide by like
45 wide.
Dog, they were It was huge. Will, it was the biggest scooter made ever.
45 wide is huge, dude. That's like ridiculous.
I mean,
dude, Shaq is fucking huge, bro.
Have you ever seen Shaq?
Do they double grip it so it's like thicker? It's more girthy grips.
No, actually, ODI came in and
those ODI koozies they have?
4 long freaking. Oh yeah, the
big koozies. That's what he had on there.
Damn, that's something never been thought about.
Oh,
get a thicker bar. Sorry.
Oh,
but you wouldn't be able to grip it. I feel like a scooter bar is the optimal size to like grip a bar.
Play with it a little bit.
Yo, dude, there's so much stuff about Shaq on a scooter.
I think he was.
No way.
Here, let me turn my on my monitor for you guys.
Can you pull it up?
Yo, so this monitor does a flippy doodah too?
Kind of.
Well, he's about to make it.
Not very well.
That's good. All right, we'll narrate. It's a scooter.
That's cool.
There's like a lot of.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, sorry, well that's
I
as
see
far
a
as
lot
it's
of
gonna
pictures. Shaq. What about this big one on that moped
someone
looking
might
thing?
He does rock
over.
a 3-wheeler. It looks like he's rocking the big wheel too, like the Beach Cruiser Scooter Edition.
That's not Shaq, but that's a bird.
God, he's so tall.
No, I'm pretty sure the
So
scooter I'm
tall.
talking about is look up like the Vault Shaq scooter.
Yeah, it was red.
I thought it was blue.
There's a lot
it
of
was
photos
red.
of him on like a bird.
This is a serious thing.
So
Shaq Bolt scooter.
I remember there was an NFL commercial with phase 2 dirt scooters in the background of it.
Really?
Yeah, and that was like I think
commercial?
Shaq was in it too for some reason. It was like a football. It was like during a football game. There was a commercial.
Oh, like during the Super Bowl or something?
Yeah, and
Really? Phase 2 was sick. I kind of want to see more of that.
I think
Getting gnarly in the dirt.
I
Dude,
think
if Razor offered me a sponsorship, I think I'd take it.
I think
I can't
dirt
believe it.
scooters are
Dude,
are-
if they approach me and they're like, "Hey, we're coming through with like a top of the line premium street line," and
Dude,
Dirt
you're-
scooter.
dude,
Whoa, no, dirt scooter, dog.
I'm not nice on a dirt
You-
scooter.
you were- you were-
I'm literally no way.
you were tripping,
I'd be like, "Yeah, what's good?"
dude. They try to do that with phase 2.
Yeah, but
They
that
didn't hit
was
me
not
up.
good. That was not good stuff.
Well,
So it
I'm just
wasn't
saying that's what
premium.
happened when they tried. Like, I mean, maybe they could do some like cooler stuff now, but I seriously feel like Razor's main priority
No.
is
Bro, if you got a Razor
transportation.
contract,
Look
bro,
how
that's
big
crazy.
this dude is, dude.
We've been knowing.
Well, Kevin Durant's small though. Isn't Kevin Durant
No,
like
that's
5'4"?
That's Kevin Hart, dude.
Or Kevin Hart.
That's
I'm sorry.
Kevin Hart.
We were talking about Kevin Durant.
Oh, I think this is the scooter. Oh yeah, look.
Did they actually make it for Shaq though?
Yeah.
Dude, look how tall the bars are in the shadow.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding, dude. They're like 45 wide by like 100 tall.
100. Dude,
I
like,
wonder if there's actually
Realistically,
a photo.
how
probably
tall am
not.
I? How tall is 5'11" in inches? In straight inches. 12.
I don't know.
Well, 12 inches to 560 plus 5'11, so you're looking at 71.
Yeah, I'm not even 100
Oh,
inches tall.
Never mind. I guess even Scooter Hut couldn't find a photo of it.
This thing exists.
I feel like I saw it. Like I feel like I was at the vault one day and I saw it. Like I remember really looking at it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Quite massive.
Hey, but going back to dirt scooters, I feel like dirt scooters are one of the most untapped things that's like potentials that scootering tried, but it just never really worked well. I feel like
What, didn't they have like a big dirt scoot contest?
Way back in the day.
No, recently. In like Barcelona or something. I thought
What?
I thought they had a dirt scooter contest and Dylan was there. There's a video on his Instagram.
Oh, that was a while ago though.
oh, that was hella long ago. I know
Was
what you're
that
talking
hella
about.
long
Yeah.
ago?
And then I know Envy came out
Like
with the
years ago?
Envy came out with one like
I don't think it was
5 or
years.
6
Yeah,
years
it
ago.
must have been like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I don't think it was. But that's like, I mean, that's recent.
I feel like
I think.
there needs to be like a legitimate great dirt scooter that comes out, because I feel like the dirt scooters that have came out, they're sick, but I don't feel like I feel like they're not as geometry like sound as a normal scooter. I feel like the Envy one was really cool. I feel like that one, a lot of people like the head tube on it. I personally didn't like it that much, but it was just kind of small. But I mean, if you were small, it worked. And I feel like that scooter was sick because people could actually really do tricks on it, and it was proportionally like balanced. But I feel like there needs to be more dirt scooters that come out that are like really designed for tricks and for like speed and transportation.
What's the one Vincent has?
The Envy one.
He rocks that
Isn't he
around
sponsored
still.
By, or no, he's sponsored by Fast.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yo, Cobey, what are you trying to do?
Down order. I was like,
Oh yeah, you can literally just grab it and just push it down if you want to.
really?
Yeah.
You just give it the Yaga?
Yeah, there you go. You won't break her.
Yeah, I could probably afford this thing. But wait, am I too far away now?
I think
No,
you're
Just,
good.
just angle the mic up a little bit,
Okay,
like
word.
towards you.
I'm blowing it. Cut it out.
Wait,
Post.
Okay, sorry, I have to ask.
So,
You got 7 stitches in your arm?
dude.
What happened? But this isn't from the injury on the tour, right?
No, that's
checker.
That's on the L boob. This is on the
healed up. This is right on top of my forearm, bro. So I don't know. My homie was using this like pretty terrible grip tape. This was literally 2 days ago. He was using this like super super sticky grip tape, and it wasn't like paperback or anything, but it was like dumb sticky. It was probably some skateboard grip, and like peeling it off with my fingers was like starting to hurt because I got halfway through it because he did like 1,000 shapes on his deck, and he gets all artsy with it, you know. And so I was like, all right, dude, I'm just gonna scrape this off the scrape like with the paint scraper because I have like 5-in-1 paint scraper. I used it to like notch the grip tape around the head tube, you know. Works awesome. Like works super good.
Just to score it.
Oh yeah, finds the crease like every time. It's great. But I was using that to like scrape off the grip tape, and it wasn't cutting it. And so I like went and like took it to the grinding wheel and sharpened it. And then I was going, and I wasn't going towards myself because I'm not like a doofus, you know. It was kind of an accident.
It seems like it.
You know, this wasn't something that, you know, this is the first time that I've actually been hurt working on scooters, and I've been working on scooters for like the past 6 years because I worked at the Divide for like a year and a half, 2 years before it shut down.
The where?
The Divide up in Portland.
That was a shop.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, it was a Turnstile, the distribution Turnstile. Okay. It was their shop that was attached to the like Turnstile, whatever. But I worked there, and like I never got injured there. Like, you know, like nicks and cuts on my hands and stuff. But that's, you know, that's just what's gonna happen. You're turning wrenches and whatnot. But yeah, I sharpened it, and then I was going sideways, and we were chatting, and everything was going fine. Like it was working good, working great. I wasn't going towards myself or anything. Most of the time I was going up or coming across the deck, but I couldn't go up because he's riding an Aztec and it's like concave, you know? So I couldn't go directly up because it wouldn't get the grip tape. So I was coming across, and it just bucked and like just dug in and then ejected out of the grip tape. And just since I had just sharpened it, it just sliced me. And I'm so glad that he was there though, because like if I was by myself, I don't know what I would have done because I couldn't have like tied anything around my arm. There was, you know, I immediately grabbed it. Like I basically grabbed it and like folded my skin, like, you know, like folded it back together, because it immediately opened up like super wide. It went like 3 centimeters deep. It's like, you know, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. But yeah, I got 7 stitches in it, and
luck has not been on your side.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was not on my side on that one, and I was just pressing super hard trying to get this grip tape off. It's so adhesive, and I even hit it with the blow dryer, everything, because I don't have a heat gun. I'm gonna get a damn heat gun now. I'm not cutting myself.
You should just peel up each little triangle.
And then go in there. Dude,
there needs to be some sort of, I mean, what if you use paint stripper or something like that on grip tape? I bet that would peel it.
No. The technique is just go over it again.
Just double layer it.
Double layer it.
And then fold it around the sides of the deck.
No, because you could still cut back.
Right, what if that was a thing? Is like you showed how long you had your deck by how many layers of grip tape you have.
Like barely one, and the deck's broke.
Bro, the deck would get so cushiony. It'd be nice. Yo, whatever, dude. Make some foam grip. Somebody make foam grip.
Bad grip did that.
Yeah, but it wasn't good. No, it was good foam grip, like some cushion.
You don't want that. That's horrible.
What if it was grippy?
Dude, there's no way you could make foam that would not tear.
It's true.
No way.
No way.
I mean, at that point, it'd become it'd be some sort of composite or some sort of rubber.
Wouldn't be foam.
There was that, like, it wasn't thick, but there was like that skateboard grip tape that came out, and they were selling like scooter sheets as well.
I think Dante was writing that.
Wasn't it called like?
And like Coda had it. Like Coda was
I hate it. Was Cream Prime, wasn't it? Or some, it was like.
Well, what?
What'd you just say to me?
No, it sounds real sus. It's really sus. It's like.
What is you talking about?
Cream Prime grip tape.
Prime.
I think that's the name of it. I could be wrong.
Let's find out. It is. It's Cream Grip.
Cream Grip. Okay.
What does this feel like under your feet?
It's not that thick.
So here's how they marketed it to scooter riders, and this is how I thought it was hilarious. So they marketed it as like grip tape that wouldn't ruin your shoes. Okay. And like
they have that on skateboards.
No. I get that on a skateboard, but you don't slide like your grip tape does not ruin your shoes.
90% of people ruining their shoes riding scooters is
From
slowing
dragging
down.
their foot.
Yeah, it's from slowing down, or kids like pressing their foot on their wheel if their brake's broken. Or something.
Yeah, like it's not from sliding your foot across the deck.
Like that. I mean, that I would say goes for like the less advanced scooter riders. That's 90% of your wear and tear is going to come from like sliding your foot on the ground.
Yeah.
But like for me, I always break shoes. Like I rip them always from like falling and stuff. And like I flick my tail whips like a skateboard because I grew up skateboarding. I skateboarded for like 11 years. I started skateboarding. I guess I didn't start skateboarding when I was 2, but I always started skateboarding when I was like 5. You know what I mean? But I started riding skateboards when I was like as soon as I could walk. Because my uncle skated. Grew up like super close with all my aunts and uncles in the same household.
That's
So
sick.
yeah, it was a super. I have a super tight knit family. But yeah, I grew up skateboarding like, heavily with my uncle. He was in like a punk band and all this stuff. He still plays music and stuff. Cool guy. But yeah, man, like he put me on skateboarding heavily, and then I reached just like some crazy plateau skateboarding, to where I wasn't learning anything new, and then I was just doing the same stuff like every day. Like every day it was just the same. You know, I was just doing kick flips and trade flips, and just doing the back crook that I knew how to do. Because I couldn't do like any other grinds down like ledges or rails. I never even like really got into like touching rails because I just like didn't have the balls to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like a lot of that plateau was like, all right, am I going to start like doing big stair sets and handrails and like really like putting shit on the line, or like, like what the fuck am I doing? Like, am I going to do something else? And so I started BMXing. BMXing was like pretty chill. BMX for a couple of years. Because I was skateboarding when I lived in like in Vernonia, like originally in Vernonia, no skate park, no fucking spots. It's a mile long end to end and it has one stoplight. Like there's like surrounding, obviously surrounding area.
Wait, we rolled through there, didn't we? On the tour.
First tour? Coast Tour V1?
No, I thought last tour we rolled through there. It was
No, we
maybe
didn't.
somebody else's hometown. James's.
Yeah,
through
yeah.
James's
Myrtle
hometown.
Point. Yeah.
Myrtle.
But yeah, Coast Tour V1, we actually did go to Vernonia, and we stayed in Vernonia overnight, and there's this place called the Mill Pond, and it's just like a pond with a big long like track around it, and it's like the whole pond, and it's like 1.5 miles all the way around. But it's the Mill Pond because there's like an abandoned mill, like an old, super super old mill. There's like all of these like crazy like grain bins and shit that are like ancient, huge, all tipped on their side, and you like crawl in them and shit. They're all, for the most part now, they're pretty much like rotted away pretty good. But when I was a kid, you could like skate in them. Like we used to bring our skateboards in there and like but then so we stayed in that mill overnight. It was like inside the mill because there's no roof on it. There's a bunch of trees in there, and there's just like a shit ton of graffiti. If you guys go watch the Soflow Coast Tour videos, they're pretty good on the Soflow YouTube. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, we ended up staying there. It's like this crazy graffiti place. And it was just a wild, wild night. It was just crazy. It ended up raining on us, and we like didn't have like the flies up, and then there was like a hole in the bottom of the tent after we got the flies up, and then James ended up like sleeping, like woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Was like, what the fuck? And was just like in a puddle, like his whole entire sleeping bag, his clothes, everything. He's just soaking wet. And we just wake up to him. You're like, what the fuck, dude? And then Addison wakes. I remember I don't remember if it was in the morning or it was in the morning, right when we woke up. We all woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So it was fucked. It was just like, we were all wet and just pissed off. But I remember right when we all like actually woke up, Addison woke up, dude, and fucking caught a raindrop right into his eyeball. Dude, he was so mad. But it was so fucking funny because he was so mad. Like, it just blasted him in the eyeball. But
little shrimp.
Yeah. It was a good one, dude. That was pretty funny. But
thank God there was none of that.
Yeah, so I moved out of Vernonia 3rd grade. Moved around a bunch after that, but like consistently skateboarded. Moved back to Vernonia, got into BMXing because there's nothing else to fucking do. You can't skate out there. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna get good at flat ground. I have no interest in that. You know what I mean? There's not even like a waxed up curb to skate or a ledge or nothing. And like at the time, being in a tiny town, didn't know that you could like, go buy a rub brick and like clear coat and wax, and like you can make it skateable. Like you could do these things. I just no knowledge. Nobody to put me on really either. But yeah, I moved back into Vernonia, got into BMXing, and then I like Dude, my mom always, she's like, you didn't break your wrist. You didn't break your wrist. Because apparently the doctors told me I didn't break my wrist. But, like, dude, my shit's fried, bro. Like, I can't, like, bend it back, like, past there. Like, that's it right there. And it's, like, maxing out in pain. Like, this one I can go,
Or
like,
bar twist hard for you.
you know, I can't do that. I can throw bar, switch, or oppo or whatever, what may have you. But I
What
can't.
was the switch?
I don't
Or
know.
is it off?
Who cares? It's oppo. Actually, it's
It's
oppo.
oppo.
Because switch is your switch feet stance. Yeah. But yeah, and then I was like, yeah, dude, like not doing this. It was on I remember it was on New Year's Eve, and we just got a new electric company put in, and it was like the newest building. So we're like, there's got to be a fucking spot there. And I was off like 2 Mike's Hard Lemonades, you know, like vibing hard, you know. And me and my boy were out there BMXing, and I was like, yo, dude, watch this. And he, like, you ever hear somebody go, yo, dude, watch this? It was a parking lot.
Famous last words.
Yeah, literally, parking lot to parking lot gap. And I knew I had it. Like, of course I had it. Like, it was a chill one, but it was scary. And curb on top, grass, curb on the bottom. And it was probably like a 5-foot drop, you know, 4.5, 5-foot drop. It was respectable. You know, 13, 14 years old. Like, that's respectable. But I, like, send it, did not pull up hard enough at all. Like, cased my back wheel. Died, like, I know I fried my wrist. Like, dude, I know I broke
the clip
it.
been on World Star.
Yeah, like for sure. I ate shit so hard, like, cause it bucked me, and I like did my hands are off, but like I did like what is that, like a lazy boy? Where you lay all the way back with your feet under the bars, like your legs under the bars, you lay all the way back. Basically what I was doing, but like vertically. You know what I mean? Like my bike was just behind me except for my bars, and then I just fucking face planted. So yeah, dude, splatted. I didn't go to the hospital until like a week later, and then the doctors told me I didn't fracture it or break it or anything, but like permanent issues now. So but yeah, I remember pushing back to the homie's house, and I was like, "Yo, fuck BMX! He's like a death trap. This is I was just going off." But yeah, after that, I was like, "Yeah, no, not BMXing anymore." And then I was kind of stuck in this like weird like, what am I gonna do? And so I started scootering a little bit, and it was really cool because it's the perfect hybrid of scootering or skateboarding and BMXing. It's like literally the perfect combination of the two.
Yeah.
And then stuck.
Do you ever plan on doing anything other, like any other sort of action sport other than scootering, or is like once you found scootering you're like, this is it?
I've always wanted to snowboard as well. And I actually just recently got put onto snowboarding last
Snowboarding's
season.
so sick.
And
Snowboarding's
dude, so sick. And the third time that because the first time I snowboarded was just like at some like, I don't even know what it was, like a sledding hill, but it was just like open for the like public use, you know what I mean? And there was like mountain access right at the like base of Mount Hood in government camp.
Yeah.
And you can just hike up as far as you want, you know what I mean? And but it's not like a lift or it's not a resort area.
That's so bad.
And I did like a gnarly back through, because you know how they have like the ramp at the end that's like the stopper for the sled areas. I back three'd that on my first day snowboarding, and I was like, yo, okay, like this is cool, because it was literally just like, all right, just stay straight and then do the jump. And I did the jump like a bunch of times, and then it was like learning how to carve and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And second day snowboarding was, oh no, I got it backwards. So first day I went to the ski resort. I went to I don't even remember what it's called. Completely blowing the name right now. It wasn't Hoodoo. It was I don't even know. Whatever. But went there and just like beat the hell out of myself for like an hour and a half. Just like smoked myself straight. Just like bodied on the bunny hill. Like not even, dude, just biffing it, spinning backwards, catching my heel edge, going to my tailbone. Like just the worst, bro. Could not figure it out. And I was by myself. And then I literally was just like standing at the lift looking at it, and I was like, fuck it. Just got on. Went to the top. And then I learned how to snowboard. Literally on that way down. Felt like 2-3 times. But I learned how I literally just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna go up there, get some speed, and get active. And I did. It was cool. And then second day was the day after that. And that was when we were at that little sledding area, and then I back through the thing, and I was like, all right, cool. And then my third day snowboarding was like the next week. We went to Hoodoo, and it was like all the Soflo boys who snowboard got together. Not like the Arizona boys, but all the Oregon boys. it was a dope trip. And I was like front board in the rail. You remember I showed you the sketchiest front board of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But I was like front board in the rail. I did like backboard on the rail. But, you know, it's 50 in the ledges, and I actually flipped that day too and landed it. Yeah.
Damn, hell yeah.
Like first try. And so yeah, I was like, damn, dude. That was after that. I spent some of my stimulus money on a snowboard actually, and I bought a new money, and that was pretty cool. Got some bindings for Christmas, and then I was off, and I've just been snowboarding too. But snowboard's super fun. I haven't like injured myself or anything like that. Just been having a bunch of fun, learning tricks, and I've had like always like a natural like athletic inclination. For playing a bunch of baseball as well. Ended up stopped playing baseball so I could like I think it was, I don't remember what I was doing. I was either skateboarding or BMXing, but I just didn't like the team sport thing anymore. I just wanted to do my own thing and be athletic in my own right, you know, not to anybody else's expectation or standard. Just to do what I want to do.
Is that something you like about action sports versus team sports? You like making the decisions. You like
absolutely.
You like calling your own shots.
Well, yeah, because you know I feel like if like I don't know what if you had a coach for scootering.
Some people do.
Some people do.
But that's some wackos, bro.
Different lifestyle.
That's crazy. Are you serious? Oh, you look cool, bro.
But yeah, no, for sure.
Well,
there's
you know how like, bro.
Woodward's got coaching.
Okay, that's different though. That's not like
because of scootering. If you made it different.
Okay, but think of it like it was like if you had a football coach. Like when I remember when I had like when I was young and I was playing baseball.
Yeah, no, like any ex-rider
like
would
getting
have
yelled at and getting told that like you're not doing good enough and like you need to do better. You need to run faster. And imagine like you pull up to a spot and you're like nah, and then you have somebody that has authority over you to some degree or something.
Spot.
But like being an asshole and like you need to fucking get back.
You need to 50 that rail right now.
Right now.
I don't care if you've done any warm ups.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. He's like, you know, you need to get out there and push 3 miles so your legs are strong enough for worlds. Or something. Bro, what? Nah, dude. Like, you know, I feel like that. I feel like, you know, if you have somebody that's like, I don't know, if you're like a slacker or something, and you're like, but you're at that like insane like pro level where you are going to worlds, and you just need somebody to like be like, hey man, like, did you work out today? Like, oh no, like my day. No, it's not your day off. Like you need to go work out. Like, oh, all right.
There are coaches and scooters that do that though.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like that. Like that's chill. You know, like that. But I don't feel like that's more of like a life coach, like or like that type. That's not like a
older dog looking out for a younger dog.
Type thing. Yeah. Like
that's
not like
coaching.
but not to the degree of like a football coach or something like that. And that's what I was
just
trying
what's
to say.
sick about scootering is we haven't
exactly,
gotten to that level,
bro.
Because that does exist in skating and snowboarding.
You know, and like
that level of coaching.
And to a degree,
but we don't have that. We don't have that big money. We don't have that corporate influence, and so a lot of the want and desire for people to go and get is their own personal desire.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Whereas if you're like, I don't know if I can really I don't know if I can really say that, but
what,
you know, like if if you have like a big money, like if you're going to the X Games, you know, like you have all of these contracts that you have to, you know, like you're like, okay, I got like X money. I have to go like work out and like I have to go perform, as opposed to like with scootering, since, you know, like, and I guess with like companies and stuff, you do have to hold up your end of the bargain.
Of course.
But you know what I mean? But there's not, I don't know, you know, yet that level of like outside influence. And I feel like a lot of the determination and drive for people to go to like worlds, go, you know, Nitro, go to these crazy high level competitions is within themselves. It comes from within, you know what I mean?
It has to.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying that all other action sports that have big money influence, you know, all of those athletes just are in it for money. That, you know, that's not at all what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that maybe that personal drive for somebody who isn't as like, you know, like outgoing, maybe they're gonna be more outgoing because they have that little bit extra outside influence.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Feel that. Damn. I couldn't imagine having like, because I played lacrosse for a while, I couldn't imagine having a coach who like I would go to practice with. Like, imagine just going to scooter practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then you have like you have like a comp.
You know, you meet your coach at your local, and he's like, "All right, man, like let's see some back 50 back lips," and he's like, "Oh, you know that one was okay, but like maybe try putting your foot this way and turning your hips like this, so it like looks a little better."
I got a dumb question.
That'd be cool though.
Doesn't that kind of organically happen when you go ride with homies? No, is that just me?
I mean, yeah, but like I don't also feel like Scootering's old enough yet to where like because like
but I feel like it's also like the structure of how scooter competitions could happen. What if there was scooter comps where it was 2 teams and it was like
that would be sick.
And it was like blue versus red and there was 10 riders on each team and it was just like, all right, it's just one of these 2.
That's what Scootering needs, because that could be a televised that could be something that would be like a televised event. And I'm not saying that exactly.
But if there was like, oh, imagine this. What if there was
something like that is interesting to watch, something that you have vested interest in, because they're teams from your local area. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Imagine this.
Is that the route we want to take though?
Imagine this. What if there was 10 disciplines of scootering? So like one discipline, mega ramp.
There's 10 disciplines?
No, listen. Just listen.
Okay.
Don't interrupt. So there's
10.
Hey, I'll squirt you with the squirt bottle, you cat.
Dude, he has the mud kipper right
I know,
there.
he's
He'll
ready
hit
to
you.
go.
Okay, so imagine if they broke scootering down into 10 different little subcategories.
Yeah.
One, for example, like one would be mega ramp, one would be 8-foot quarter pipe, one would be flat ledge, one would be manual pad, one would be flat bar, one would be down
flat
rail.
ledge and manual bar are kind of the same. Flat ledge and manual pad?
Because because then it would be a flat ledge.
Chase, stop trying to find holes to what I'm saying and just listen to what I'm.
Holes in the
10 disciplines. That's a lot,
dude. You're trying to sink the ship right now.
No.
I am floating,
Continue.
dude.
5 disciplines. Got it.
No, I see what you're saying though.
All right, so basically,
flat ground would have to be in
at
there too,
least
though.
4.
What?
At least 4.
Chase,
Dissonance just put it on the thing. They had mega ramp,
These are crooked.
bowl, street, park.
Chase, you haven't even heard what I'm trying to say yet.
You haven't, dude. Come on, bro.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Sorry,
I'm out of the mood now.
Well, we're busting your balls, dog.
I'm just giving you some hard love.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it.
All right, so a ledge,
I'll get it
flat
later.
bar, up bar, down rail.
Are we talking about
Curved rail.
features of a skate park?
No, we're talking about the disciplines of the competition layout. That
We're
Will was
talking about
Disciplines competition. I got that.
So one thing that I feel like is really important in scootering is we need to find more ways to get money into scootering. We need to get more money into scootering, and I know a lot of scooter riders hate hearing that, but it's like we need to be able to drive our passion somehow, and the way that we're going to do that is with money. And I feel like a critical way that we're going to get core sponsorships and core people into scootering is formatting scooter competitions in a way where people could then put money into it, and there could be viewership on it in different ways that would draw more attention and more potential rich people or just anyone into the vested interest.
The only thing that sets us aside from every other action sport is corporate sponsorship.
And the problem I feel like is scooter competitions right now are so much a matter of opinion, and it's not a matter of like for example, if you watched a football game, you would know, even if there was no commentators, you could just watch the game and know who is winning, because so many of the goals are goals that you don't like. It's not somebody's opinion. It's not like, well, I think like he didn't score the touchdown,
It's
right?
matter of fact.
So he's not going to get
right.
And I feel like we need to figure out a way to compete with scooters that is not based on opinions. And I feel like if we were able to have a way so it's just like black versus white or red versus blue, this one team versus another team. And basically the way I was thinking you could do that is you could have like 10 riders versus 10 riders, and you could have the 10 riders each be a specific discipline. So like, let's suppose red team has a rider that's specifically for mega ramp, and then they have a rider specifically for ledge. They have a rider specifically for manual pad. They have a rider specifically for rail. And then the other team has the same mirrored riders. And then basically like they would play, and whoever could score the most points for that team could then elevate their team to like win the final game. But I don't know. Silly idea.
How would that work with different riders being on different like sponsorship situations? Or would it be like the Olympics US team?
Where it just doesn't matter. It's just a culmination.
Kind of like what distance did with the pulling everybody from that country.
Well, see, because I don't think that you can do that with action sports. I don't know that that is like feasible because I feel like
What?
if, like turning it to a team-based like sport like that, because
Group based.
like I'm sure that it like it is like obviously it's possible. Anything's possible. But
Obstacle is
if
possible.
if it was like the move, like don't you think like skateboarding or snowboarding or like
No, it could be not
another
expanded. I have a different question though. Why does corporate need to be involved for more defined judging and organizing a way of ranking scootering?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it doesn't, but that's like scootering is the only thing that feeds scootering. Scooter
Right, it's
companies,
self-dependent.
and it's 100% a self-moving machine. You know what I mean? As to where skateboarding now is like, it's popular and it's
Dependent.
cool, and so they have, they can just sell skateboards and they can sell skate merchandise and skateboarding things just
Corporation
because
funded
it's
because of
cool.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that's it's not a self-driving machine because it's they're literally pulling money from like corporate sponsorships, merchandise, product, like you know what I mean? It's like
No, I get that.
so
I'm
because
just
like the only people
asking
buying scooter parts or scooter merchandise or anything like that are scooter
scooter riders.
riders, and then all that money gets put straight back into scootering most of the time. So it's a totally self-moving machine scootering, and so I feel like that's something like that's dude, it's gonna be hard for us, I feel like, until we break into like X Games or we break
That
like
would be so
Nitro.
sick.
Nitro helped a lot. And
Nitro was
especially
sweet.
Ryan Williams getting out there and putting in work on the
Dude,
BMX.
I feel like there needs to be people who do not scooter that need to be able to bet on scootering in order to make money off scootering, regardless if they care about scootering or
Whoa.
not. So that way we're pulling in outside money from people who aren't necessarily scooter riders.
Yeah.
That's how we really need to do it. That's the people that we need to get in.
Yeah,
Like,
but with people comes their opinions and their money. You
so
want outside opinions that don't really understand what's going on and really how to judge something like that, or do you want it funded by people that like care about where the sport's going,
I
not
feel
people
like
trying to put their corporate hand in and correct and change what they see fit?
I feel like how do you see them changing it? Like I feel like the whole infrastructure of competitions, if they were funded by corporate companies, would be set up by scooter riders. I feel like that.
They could
I
be.
feel like the corporate wouldn't have an idea of how to like corporate would come once they see an opportunity to make money.
Yeah.
And I feel like they
exactly.
just
Of
want to
course.
attach themselves to that. And I feel like if we were able to set up a way for scooter competitions to happen and we had an organized way, I don't think they would want to go in and mess with that. I think they would just want to attach their logo to it and set up some sort of structure around that people could then bet and have like a ring. I think that the only opinions that would potentially come into it are there'd be potentially like managers of particular riders that take riders' money. That might be an issue. There might
Right.
be like agencies or something like that
Yeah.
that are withholding,
Coming in and encroaching
similar
on
we see
money.
with labels and rappers.
Yeah.
Like I could
Get you
potentially
locked
see
in,
that,
get
but
young kids locked into deals that screw them over forever.
I feel like
Yeah.
like the thing is everyone knows how to ride a scooter in this world. Everyone knows what a scooter is. Everyone can relate to it. I feel like we just have to present it in a way that people can relate with, and I think that would be a very cool thing that people would want to bet money on.
Yeah, because like your average suburban folk don't want to like sit there and watch people just like hit the ground a bunch and like get bloody and like cut up and like
But even
those videos go hard though.
but even like scooter
Oh, I mean,
races
yeah.
too would be crazy. Just all different disciplines
Yo.
of like competition.
Imagine like a like downhill
Scootering?
longboarding, right? Because they have races and those fools go fast. Imagine, because Casey Corning, from TSI, he makes his own dirt scooters, but he makes downhill dirt scooters. He don't make no like trick. He don't do tricks on them. He can do tricks on them, but he makes them like for downhill, and that's like the discipline that he has chosen for that scooter. And he's like, nah, dude, I don't do jumps and stuff, but like I will go fast down a trail, like a mountain bike trail. He'll rip one. Like
That's
know.
legit.
You know what I mean? He makes them like specifically to be advantageous on like a downhill trail.
Backcountry scootering.
Literally, he does. He gets out there and does
That's
it.
what it is.
And he makes his own snow scooters out of like snowboards and like he's crazy. Casey is insane. But that I feel like I don't know, man. There's got to be scooter racing downhill would be really cool. But it's like what would be the right scooter for that? Because they found it for the longboard. Like, what would be the
I think it would
proper
be
scooter?
a scooter that would
We
form
talking-
itself from that.
We talking 50 wides?
I think it would start at what a scooter is now, and I think it would transform into something.
Fatty back and skinny front.
Transform into
Oh,
something that
Should have
Proper.
actual tires though. Imagine that.
maybe.
Yo, the monster truck scooter. It's 50 wide with like car tires on it.
Yo. I mean, for downhill, like
I have no
downhill,
clue.
like skateboard wheels are skinny and they're small. Longboard wheels are big and wide. You know, with a lot of the time a softer durometer. Durometer being the measurement of the hardness of urethane. So a softer wheel. A lot of the times with longboards, you can get harder wheels if you want to, like sacrifice your grip for your slide. You know, and that's kids out there who don't know, that's how your wheels work. But there would have to be something like that. I feel like with scootering, a bigger, wider wheel and like maybe 30 wides, but I still don't feel like 30 wides would offer the kind. I feel like you would almost, man, it's so weird because there's a whole nother axis, I feel like, with scootering because it is
30
two
wides,
wheels.
but 110 loose axle. That's got to be what it is. It's a combination.
'Cause you'd have to, like,
110 30s are boof.
115 30s.
100s 130s
Yo.
also boof.
130s loose axle. That is going to be your downhill performance wheel.
But what are we talking downhill performance deck?
I think it's
Skinny.
dirt scooter wheel, but it's just urethane and core.
That's
Yeah.
a huge wheel.
Yeah, but that's what a bird scooter is. Basically, I mean, theirs is a tire, but I feel like that urethane would be like insane.
But
Because
the wider you go with the wheel, the harder it would be to break the back wheel loose, and I feel like you'd have to do a lot of pre-drifts.
I feel like you want a
That's what
potentially
loose
wide
axle's
deck
for.
though to like go down hills. I feel like you need a wide deck, and in order
Really
to have a
wide
wide deck,
No, I'd say skinny.
you want
I'd
a
say
skinny deck.
I don't want my deck to scrape because
Yeah,
you have to get
skinny.
pitted.
You got to get
I
your
know,
coming
but
up on
I'm
Apex?
saying the wider your deck, the bigger your wheels got to be.
Oh yeah, I think it's
I feel
gonna
like
be
you gotta
big wheels.
Your deck is for sure coming in like an attic deck, though.
Yeah,
It's not a box deck.
no.
Why would you need a box?
You don't.
It could actually, it'd be actually, best idea would make it a semicircle.
Dude, I'm
That makes
talking
sense.
like,
You could like use your foot to really like fling out the back end.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes
dude, I'm
sense.
talking like as wide as the wheelbase type wide deck, and then it'd probably be tall, wide bars.
I'd say
Downhill scooter.
short.
But then
Short.
would the urethane be a lot harder
low.
too?
Yeah,
I'd say
you'd want a lot
hard.
harder urethane.
Hard,
Yeah,
hard
so,
urethane.
yeah.
Maybe
It'd be
that
so hard
NV
to balance.
triaxle
No,
or the tri-bearing
no, I
thing
think it would be
worth
soft urethane because in longboarding, soft urethane.
Oh,
that's
and
what.
stone bar ends.
So
So you could like
Scrape,
so that you could like scrape
skip.
it if you went too far over.
Imagine the downhill racing.
Be
Why am I
sick.
whispering? That'd be dope. But yeah, all the like different disciplines like that, scooter races, that'd be tight.
That would be tight.
But yeah, like you're saying, bro, there has to be that entryway into mass appeal. That's really what it do. If we can
It comes
catch-
down to competition structure.
yeah,
X Games. X Games would be sick for
dude,
exposure.
but it just can't happen. There's just
Yeah, there's
reasons
backstory
that,
BS that it can't happen. So
But
there's
at,
other ways.
at this
to
point, do
bring
we
it.
even want X Games? I
But
feel
like
we
that's
have
gonna be
FIFA.
the break in.
I think X.
Kinda.
I think X Games is kind of just this term that
Well,
we say
scootering
like,
is-
dude, X Games sucks these days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've
I-
seen it, but it's like video games are their primary like thing.
I still watch
Whack.
all the
And
Mega
that's
Ramp
so
X
whack.
Games, and I still watch all the snowboarding X Games.
I feel like Winter X Games is different. I feel like
Yeah.
it's just Summer X Games is just. It's not what it used to be.
It's true.
Dude, even like the the guy that did the flip on the moto, he did like backflip and with a electric
Backflip,
doom or whatever.
backflip, yeah.
Yeah. And wait, no, he literally did a backflip and then himself he did a backflip. Oops.
Oh,
And in that video, like hardly got any views. compared to like if that happened, I don't know, 10 years ago at X Games,
Yeah.
that would have been massive.
Ridiculous.
That would have been.
But it's almost like no one cares nowadays. It's weird. Like no one actually, I don't know. People talk about X Games, but no one actually watches it.
Yeah. Hey, we should get going to Charlie's party. It's already
Yeah, no joke. Huh?
it's already 6:40.
Oh,
Just about. But hey guys, thank you
Yeah.
for tuning into this podcast. It was a good time talking to Chase and Cobey.
Yeah, dude.
So
thanks for having us.
yeah, guys.
It's a
well,
good time.
let's go to the party.
You want to go
Yeah,
party?
Let's go get lit, boys.